Good evening, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming at you today with another Transformer Studio Series review of none other than the Purple People Eater from Michael Bay's films, Shockwave. This guy is a really excellent alt mode that we didn't really get to see in the movie, but the use of purple throughout just makes it so much better. He has a lot of visible head syndrome, like right down here, hiding behind a very vague cover like Tank Megatron from Studio Series has. He has some bits and stuff that are the same as that same figure, but then he's got these other thrusters here in the back. He's got the big right arm Bayverse excellent blaster cannon there, and as you keep going around the block here, he has the thrusters, like I said, you know, just like the Megatron, but then he's got these other ones that kind of pivot and do crazy things. And it folds and clicks and everything. I think this does better than the Megatron does, of clicking into place, getting to where it needs to be and staying there. And it does roll back and forth as rolling things should. I just don't got it totally level. Don't really care for the visible hand syndrome there, but what can you do? This is really super soft goods for a weapon for such a brute. He was such a brute inside of the Dark of the Moon movie. An excellent I rather had this in the movie than a big worm thing going through town. I'd like to have seen more Shockwave than the worm thing. Anyway, that was just wishful thinking. Hopefully they won't not do a Studio Series worm just to go with this guy, because that would not be cool. This is cool enough all by itself. As you can see, that cycloptic eye is staring and gazing into his victim's, you know, eyes. I really wouldn't want to look at it, but anyway, it's scary enough. I'm going to get this guy into his robot mode and continue on with this excellently painted. It looks really good in robot mode, so we'll get it there in just a moment. And there's Shockwave and his excellent purpley painted robot mode. I just really do love how everything's war-torn and like metallic looking. Love the way the chest looks there. It's just really good detail. There's those the thruster details showing back through from the Megatron mold. But in both modes, he pegs in really good wherever he has pegs, and it's pretty outstanding. I love the cycloptic look of that eye. That is just really one of the more beautiful head molds I've ever seen on any of these Studio Series figures. I'm pretty horrified and, you know, left to wonder, you know. Anyway, this should have been this on the screen going after the Autobots, and he doesn't need a giant worm excavator. And I get that he's not a fan, Michael Bay isn't, but I mean, he made semi good. Well, there was still no story, no plot, but in the special effects department, he made some billion-dollar train wrecks, the highest selling. That's the correct way to put it. He made some billion-dollar train wrecks. Made $1 billion with these train wrecks. And just imagine if he had to just give some love and care to the actual franchise in lieu of what Travis Knight did with Bumblebee. And I mean, that would be unstoppable force. I mean, like that Travis Knight is probably, that Bumblebee movie is probably my favorite live action Transformers movie to date. The second one would have been Michael Bay's first effort, but really do enjoy this figure from the Dark of the Moon. That's the third film in the Bayverse movies, and while it's not perfect, it's still a really good monstrous creation of what Shockwave looked like in the movie. I can't believe we actually got this in our hands. And just if there's any complaints, it's just the lack of or not really, no wrist swivel, and I'm not sure if that even comes off at all, if it's just the way it is. It looks like it might have like a finger or a thumb in there, but yeah, I think that's about it though. It's like built into his arm. It's on his right arm versus the left arm G1. this soft goods thing, I might find a baggie for it and just lay it off to the side, because this is just a miniature masterpiece in of itself, being a later class figure. And it came very unexpectedly the other day. Forgot that this was even, you know, taken care of at that point. Those are the nicest surprises though in collecting, that you sometimes forget, and boom, it gets sent to you, and you've seen other people review it, but you get it in your hands and just, wow, the paint job is amazing. So with that said, I give it 2 thumbs up, and just check out my other stuff down in the description there. If you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, please visit those description links, as I'm just trying to make a living and become like a quicker version of the long versions that's already out there ahead of me by 10 years or better. And thank you again to all those that has subscribed so far. And I just want everybody to stay happy, healthy, and safe. I hope you're able to get outside and enjoy the nice air, as it is an absolutely, I'm just going to cut away from the figure for a moment. It's just an absolutely beautiful evening here from my back porch, and just a very, very nice place to do some reviews in general. Anyway, that was Dark of the Moon Studio Series Shockwave. Thanks again. Y'all have a nice night. Have an excellent, safe, happy week, guys. Take care.